Unfortunately, we have to talk about something today that I don't like to talk about at school, but we're going to do it anyway. If you want to keep this, it will just stay parked on your desk. Up on the board, I've written some words that right now are just two nice, easy words. My turn first. We will.
We will.
Is not.
Is not.
He is.
He is.
Thank you. Right now, those are just two simple words. The problem with these words is that there was a king who lived a long time ago named King Apostrophe. Will you say it? King Apostrophe. King Apostrophe came along and he saw some of these short words together and he said, I don't really like that. I don't really like having two words that I always have to say. I wonder if there's a way we could shorten it. And he got kind of a mean idea. I'll tell you what his idea was as soon as I see the arms are on top of our desks. Perfect, thank you. King Apostrophe came along and he decided that he was going to get rid of some of the letters that were in the words. Well, he looked first at we will and he said, letter W, you may stay. Letter E, you may stay. Letter W, off with his head. And he took out the letter W. Letter I, I don't want an I, off with his head. And he took out letter I. Now, to show that he had gotten rid of those two letters, to show that they had been taken away, he put in their place something called an apostrophe. Called an apostrophe. Right with me. That showed there used to be some letters here, but they're not here anymore. He kept going. Case and I'm in love with your arms, thank you. Letter L, you may stay. Letter L, you may stay. And it made a new word. You can put hands down, it used to be the words we will, but now when he said it, when he read the word, he said we all wheel. Who can do it with me? Ready? We all wheel. It still meant the same thing as we will, but it looked different and it sounded different. So you could say we will go to the picnic, or you could say we'll go to the picnic, and it means the same thing. Cole, I'm in love with your arms. Thank you. My turn first. We will.
We will.
Wheel.
Will.
They mean the same thing. Well, he didn't stop there, I'm sorry to tell you. He came next to the words is not. Oh. And he said, letter I, you may stay. Letter S, you may stay. Letter N, you may stay. Letter O, I don't want an O, off with her head. And he took off the letter O. In her place, he put an apostrophe. Letter T, you may stay. Then he stood back and was pretty proud of himself because he had made the word shorter. Instead of is not, it now said isn't. Isn't. Ooh, I heard somebody who knew each of those sounds. Try it with me if you, yeah, a couple kids knew it. Would you try it with me if you knew it? The slow way first says isn't. Isn't. Good. The last one, he came to he is and said, letter H, you may stay. Letter E, you may stay. Letter I, do you know what he said? Off with his head. off with his head. He got rid of the letter I and in its place put an apostrophe. Who was that? Somebody knew that. In its place, he put an apostrophe. Letter S. You may stay. It used to be he is. Now it was shortened to say he's. Like he is my dad or he's my dad. It means the same thing. Now, of course, you remember Cash. Here's what Cash did when I showed him this lesson last year. Teachers, I find that telling stories about how kids reacted to content, even if it's not always accurate, is a way to keep attention to clarify further understanding. So let me tell you what Cash did last year when I showed him this lesson. He got a little bit upset and he said, Miss Smith, you taught us the rule a vowel followed by a consonant is short. Code it with the breve. Benj, eyes are up here. If you put a breve above that E, it says eh, and the word doesn't say he's. It says as, hes. So why are you trying to tell us it says he's when it says hes? Well, I had to tell him, Cash, we're changing the word a little bit. When we put an, oh, nice job watching politely, thank you. When we put an apostrophe here, we have to cover up the apostrophe part and everything that comes after it and read just the first word first. And if I cover up the apostrophe, H-E just spells he. H-E spells he. Then I uncover it and finish it. He's. Now some kids are going to say, do we need to put a voice line in the S to show he's? No. Guess what? The good news about apostrophes and about words that you shorten like this is that you don't have to code them. You just have to read them. Alexa, I'm loving your nodding head. Thank you, dear. Okay, I wasn't going to tell you this, but I think I better. You can put hands down. There's actually a very fancy word that we use for words that have been taken from two words and made into one word. It's called a contraction. Will you clap the word contraction? Contraction. Finger tap contraction. Contraction. 3 syllables. It means 2 words made into 1 word. Oh, I saw some kids take 2 words and they made it into just 1 word, showing it came together. I like that. A contraction is 2 words that come together and make 1 word. I love it.